Hello there. Mike's MMA Picks here, checking in with you with another lightning quick breakdown for UFC San Antonio, where we have a flyweight matchup between Maycee Barber and Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee coming in as the plus 230 underdog here. She is 34 years of age, so we know what we're getting at this stage of the game with Andrea Lee. She's a 13-6 fighter who she's going to fight to her strengths. She's the more technical fighter in this matchup against Maycee Barber, who is basically she's still developing. She's developing as we speak. When Maycee Barber tries to fight a finesse matchup, she runs into obstacles because that isn't her natural tendency. She's a raw, primal, aggressive fighter. And now under the tutelage of Uriah Faber, where he seems to be getting a little bit more out of her fight after fight. I saw a ceiling for Andrea Lee against Araujo, and we've seen in other fights, both of these fighters have mutual opponents, that Andrea Lee has hit her ceiling in Texas. A few years ago, we had a play on Andrea Lee against Lauren Murphy, and in that spot, Lauren Murphy was able to use her physicality and earn a controversial decision. Andrea Lee has trouble when folks outmuscle her, and I suspect Maycee Barber will come in here like a bull in a china shop, looking to be the more physical fighter here, try to land takedowns. Problem is, her wrestling is an issue through the years. We've seen it begin to develop now. Maycee Barber is only 24 years of age, so she's still growing. She's at a significant size disadvantage here. When you watch the weigh-ins earlier today, 69.5-inch reach for Andrea Lee, who is the better striker, who has better footwork. But the problem is, I believe that this is going to come down to the physicality of Maycee Barber, and that's where she'll end up likely winning this fight. But I do not like the odds here as a minus 280 betting favorite. I think that's a little too wide, but Barber should get this done. Barber, the smaller fighter, but look at the lower half of her body. She seems to have a lot of power in her lower half, and I think that is going to be what propels her through the tough times. She turns into a bit of a dog out there late in fights. You see her tendency to be a competitor. She's constantly trying to fight to the bitter end, and she's not a good loser. She's somebody who even in controversial situations, she really tries to put up a fight, even though her skills haven't caught up yet. And the arrows pointed up for Maycee Barber. She's still a little too raw for my liking to play her as a minus 280, but she should get this done. So the pick's going to be Maycee Barber.